Well, hello everyone, and welcome to HoGaLeSh Global Astrology. Know your planets, know yourself. All right, or know your nation, know yourself. I forgot to add that little bit. Right, action-packed show. So I'll quickly introduce the ladies, and then we are gonna absolutely dive in because there is so much to discuss. So of course, up here to my side, I have Lady G wearing a kind of a wonderful little jacket. Let me just put my phone on airplane mode so we don't get those noises. Let me just stop that. There we go there. So in a lovely jacket there, of course, down here to the side, we have Sheila, of course. Yeah, and you're wearing some, it's like a minty, silvery green loveliness. Very, very nice. Really, really like that. And of course, down under, looking très chic in black, in noir, with all right, folks, as we know, there has been an extraordinary amount going on with the revelations, rip-roaring, all of the stuff with the Epstein files. One thing oh, yeah, indeed, it's just extraordinary. One thing I want to mention, believe it or not, this is the first time I've done this. I have just done Jeffrey Epstein's chart.
Ooh,
I've just finished. Yeah. And I'm literally in the background. I'm uploading this video to membership. So basically it's going to be up. Give me a chance just after the show, just to kind of put in the little details. But those of you that are on my membership, you are going to see it there first. I'm not sure if I'm going to release it to the public yet, to be honest, but it all makes sense. And you would not believe the connections between his chart, Bill Gates, Peter Thiel, and Vladimir Putin. Oh my, when you put it together, it's all there. It's all there. I was like, oh. So anyway, so for membership, if you guys are interested in seeing that, you know what to do. We've got so much to cover this evening. Of course, it's just been revelation after revelation. We're going to try and get through about 6 or 7 questions tonight. We will dive in. One of the first people we've been asked about, now this might be a bit controversial for some people. We've got a question on Deepak Shopra.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Is it even controversial anymore?
Well, I mean, what's his name is bloody was mingling. What's his name? The sage, what's he called? Oh my God, that guy, he's very well known, very wise. His name has escaped me, but I was like,
and
you were hanging out with
millionaires
Epstein?
have sought him out for years. You know, they've sought out Deepak Shopra. Yeah. For decades.
Yeah, exactly. And Chomsky was also hanging out with Epstein as well. I was like,
yeah,
wow.
It's one of my bigger disappointments in life.
Really? Thanks so much for your questions, Claudia. She says, hey all, can you read on Deepak Shopra? His name is mentioned many times in the Epstein files. Is he guilty, and will he be indicted for this? So let's read the energy. What is the energy here? Oh, indeed.
Because we should just say...
So as usual, we'll go clockwise.
Yeah.
Sure.
That many people brushed up against Epstein without, going to the island and doing what they were doing. I mean, A-listers hang with A-listers, etc., etc. So just saying that.
Yeah, a little caveat there. So we'll do a 1-card pull and we'll go clockwise as usual, starting with Lady G, and we will make our way around. So let's do a 1-card pull on Deepak Chopra. What's going on there? Oh God, the revelations. Deepak Chopra. Deepak Chopra. All right, I've got my card.
Oh, also Dr. Phil. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, my goodness, yeah. Everyone, so many people. All right, are we ready? So after 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, Lady G,
Well, I
how
got
do you interpret your card?
King of Swords, so mentally, but underneath of it, based on the desires. So I think there's something to it. Very strong, strongly push mentally on his desires.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Very interesting. Sheila, how do you interpret your card? Thank you, Lady G. How do you interpret your card?
Well, I went ahead and went with my Mystic Witch Oracle deck, and I kind of felt that one, and it says Flower Goddess. Has a little twinge of abundance of women. So I, that's what kind of says the time of abundance of a flower goddess. So that's what I got.
All right.
Fascinating. Lena, how do you interpret your card?
Okay, the Five of Pentacles, because he, made his name around this religious aspect and stuff. Out in the cold, yes, I would say multiplied by as many yeses as necessary, but it is going to impact him because the impact of those who are named is very uneven, right? In fact, I'd go as far as to say the only person who's really paid a big price for this is the ex-Prince Andrew. He lost his title and all of that. The others, but he's losing out of this. He's going to be one who's actually impacted.
Ooh. And here I've got the Four of Swords, which for me is the card of ending of career. Yeah, it can be for me. This card is it's more death than the death card for me. The Four of Swords. It can talk about being wounded in battle and retreating and having to reflect and meditate on things, which of course Deepak is well known for. So this says to me that yes, his associations being in the Epstein files, we don't know, again, allegedly I don't know that much detail on Deepak on what he may or may not have done, but this could be fatal for his career and his international standing, and at the very least he is going to have to step back because he is being wounded by association. So goodness, guys, goodness. All right, I just want to quickly click on something here. Oh gosh, it's covered. Sorry, ladies, it's covered you a bit at the bottom. Look, Wheezy Squeezebox says Xi Jinping has overthrown and arrested Zhang Yuya, I think you might say that, the head of the military in China, PLA. No one knows if he's alive or dead. Weird movements of troops, tanks, and airplanes in CCP China. Wow. Very, very interesting. And recently, guys, that new moon that we had in sidereal Capricorn with all that pileup of planets, in China, China has a Capricorn ascendant. So it means big transformations for China as well. There's been a lot of speculation about Xi's future. And of course, if you're a leader that's in power, you have to be in charge of the military. So if the top military guy has been thrown in jail, maybe he got wind of some kind of coup and has nullified it before it can happen. And guess what? Xi Jinping also has indeed, yeah. And Xi Jinping also has a Gandanta or drowning Pluto, just like Putin and just like Epstein. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Shall we move on to the next question?
Yes.
All right, let's move on to the next question. Let's do this one here. Okay, the next one is, this is coming from Anjali, and this is about Tulsi Gabbard. Oh, we should have the Bard read on her, shouldn't we?
Oh, yes, we must.
Should have the bard. So Angeli said, "Dearest luminaries of light, please read on Tulsi Gabbard. Her connections to foreign entities, Russia/Israel, and what she is hiding in that safe that could be so damaging to national security. Thank you." Oh, ladies, can you tell me about this safe where she's got stuff hidden?
I don't know about a safe, but a whistleblower came forward and said it's something that is so drastic that he can't even tell Congress.
Right. Oh.
Which they're informed on, but it's really something explosive about.
And a
How
little
is
bit
that
more
doing on the sound? I think I've got a bit of a delay.
It's on you.
Go for it, Sheila. I've got a bit of a delay.
There's a little bit more information about this. It came a long time ago and is supposed to have been sent to Congress or whatever around July. So it has been there for quite some time. So there's also that a little bit of information, and it got put in a skiff, I guess. And it is horrendous. I kind of have a little bit of a feeling about it, but let's draw our cards and see what's going on.
Wow.
Okay.
Shout out to Beekeeper Tarot here. Alan from Beekeeper, thank you. He's
lovely. All right, let's do one card pull again. So this time it will be Sheila going first. And let's see what's going on with Tulsi Gabbard, huh? And then let's get the bard's opinion on this creature. All right. Tulsi Gabbard.
She is a creature.
Creature feature.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, after 3, Sheila going first. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Yeah. So mine is organized crime. And then we all this literally have collaborated on all of this. And that was my biggest feeling. Okay, so here's a few of things. She also was down in Georgia when they're trying to steal the ballots and things like that, and trying to figure out how to, of course, steal and cheat in anyways. So moving on from that, there's also whispers about other countries gathering some information and creating an investigation about the Epstein files of a worldwide criminal organization. So she literally, it feels very, very like there is actual legit in your face evidence against Trump and being the perpetrator, being the guy that everybody went to. That's my feeling. There's no proof of that, but that's my inner feeling on that, on the organized crime of the whole world.
Mm-hmm. And as you were speaking, Sheila, Russia. Just
Lena, how do you interpret your card?
Oh, we're on a delay, Hoagie. Russia came up for me.
Yeah, and I think we're on a delay.
Can you do it on your phone or something?
I was thinking of leaving and coming back, but I think what I'll do is I'm going to do it on my phone. So I'm going to leave here, join again on my phone. So carry on, ladies, and then I'll do my reading. So I'm just going to leave here and I'll come back, leave studio.
Right. Now with the moon card, are we surprised, deviousness and secrecy and all of that? But with her, it's really layered. Like she was off the radar for quite a while. Then she came back, like you were saying, Sheila, about Georgia. And, that what was she doing in Georgia? But this is, I think, the international stuff, like you were saying. And we forget, if we go way back to the beginning of the Trump world, remember when Eric Trump said, we do so much business with Russia, you know, and all of that. And Lev Parnas came back with the receipts, you know, and said, yes, they money laundered for Russia for years. For years. I think it's about that.
Mhm.
Lady G.
Yeah, I get that too. I get the 3 of Wands. And so that's usually looking at the ships coming in and overseas. And also, you know, first thing that happened when Trump got into office, he sent Donnie Dark Jr. over to the Russian embassy to make a back channel so they could not monitor what was being said. So they had that back channel. And then his big fallout with Epstein was about that property that he snaked out from Epstein, and then he money laundered it to a Russian oligarch. And then the blowing of Bubba was a Russian oligarch's son.
Love that. And that's my vibe overall. It goes back to then, like almost pre-Trump's candidacy, like back to the deep real estate money laundering days.
Yeah, there's so many of the Republicans that are there that were hanging out with Putin, going over and, you know, all of that stuff. And she's one of them for sure.
Yeah.
Astonishing. Thank you, ladies, for holding for all of you are more than capable of doing so. And I just caught the end of that, which sounded very juicy, but also sounded very on point. It's just extraordinary, isn't it? So what was my card? Here it was what we were reading on? We were reading on Tulsi Gabbard, weren't we? Yeah. Now the thing is, I don't know if my card was right. When I picked it up, it was actually reversed. So, but I turned it the right way up, but I can't remember if that's how, because I moved my laptop. When I picked it up, it was like this. I think I'm going to take it in the reversed position, because I literally looked at it and then I turned it around. I think it was reversed. Anyway, so what would that mean? When the card is the right way up, of course, this can mean moving forward with pace, power, authority, all of this stuff. But here, I always say, when you see the Chariot card reversed, it's like the car hits a pothole. Yeah, it's like it hits the skids. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so she's kind of hit the skids, but it also means her forward progression is halted in some kind of way, now when we think of what happened, something that would have been urgent or powerful or important has been halted. So yeah, she's deliberately holding things back because I think it's so explosive, and I think she knows it could literally derail. It could derail the government. That's what I think it is. Yeah.
So I'm going to do the bard on Tulsi.
Yes, indeed. Let's see here. So let's do the bard on Tulsi Gabbard. And let's have a little look-see. Gosh, I've not done this on my phone in ages. You see how adaptable we are, folks? You have to have all of this backup. So who was it? Is it Lena? Well remembered, thank you. All right, Lena, you know the routine. Tell me where to stop, and this will be the bard's opinion on Tulsi Gabbard.
Stop.
Oh, it's there. Oh, interesting. Okay. This is from Much Ado About Nothing. This is what the bard has to say.
That's interesting in itself. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it says he, but we can swap this out for she. I'm going to swap he for she here. She wears her faith, but as the fashion of her hat, it ever changes with the next block.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
How amazing! Does that not just describe
The
Tulsi
chameleon.
Gabbard?
The chameleon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because she doesn't look like a demoness. You know, she has quite a pleasant face. So, you know, you sort of let her go under the radar a bit. And she's
astonishing. I'll read that one more time, swapping the he for she, but it's bang on. She wears her faith, but as the fashion of her hat, it ever changes with the next block. Wow. There you go. The bard strikes again. Wow. Spooky.
never fails.
Indeed. Are we ready for the next question, ladies? Yeah. All right. So the next question. Oh, and by the way, we are returning to just announce as well before I forget, we are going to be bringing on a guest again as we did before, but folks, it's going to be every 2 weeks rather than every week because it was just manic at one point. So every 2 weeks we will have a guest on, and next week it's going to be Afefe. Yeah, she's confirmed, and then we have David, and then we have Susan Lynn after that. So I just wanted to give that to you guys, and we've got almost 2,000 of you in the chat. All right, so question number 3. It's a bit of a two-hander because 2 people asked about the same thing, but from a different perspective. So we'll just do 1 card pull on each one. The first one here, this is coming from Andy J. So thank you, Andy J, so much for your question. And they say, are there AI data centers that are being forced on the United States intended to be a control system for a planned police state? Is this why the current regime and its enablers in the States are steamrolling these centers at the expense of the public? Yeah. So is it part of an overarching police state, all these data centers? Wow, especially with Peter Thiel. But 1 card pull, and it will be, who went first? Like Lena, I think you'll be first this time. Yeah. Oh, data centers surveillance. Oh, jumpy cards.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many problems with these centers.
Oh my God. Let alone all the power and the water. And it's all going to go pop, by the way. Not long until the bubble burst, folks. Remember, 26th of March, 2026, on or around that time. It's all going to go pop, probably. Not much longer after that, I would imagine. Right. Right, after 3, Lena going first. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. What have you got, Lady G? The world. Well, this doesn't please me greatly in light of the question. So it's going to have a global impact. And the US can't be the only country where they're putting these up. And now Musk is in Queensland in Australia. He's not physically there, looking around and stuff. So I think in answer to the question, that this is their plan, that they should operate on a global level, because this is part of the tech bros' feudal fantasy. They control the world, and the peasants can live or die depending on what day of the week it is, right? They really do not care. Yeah. But I agree with Hogarth, and I think that's what the world card is about. There's going to be an AI bubble, and if the Dems were smart, they'd be saying now publicly, if it does burst, we are not going to bail you out. That's the Dem position now. Going forward, we are not going to bail you out. And I think people would respond to that. But there we go.
Yeah, indeed they would. Thanks so much. Well, surprise, surprise, my card is echoing Lena's card. What do we have here? We got the Merchant. We got the Two of Wands. Wands, as you know, I associate with entrepreneurship and business, as well as passion and passion and desire. And lo and behold, the wealthy merchant is holding the world in his hands. Yeah, these data centers, it's not just for US surveillance, it's being used globally as a form of hegemony. We know already, no one's really going to deny it, with that whole, do you remember when Elon Musk went in with Doge and he went in and he stole everyone's data and has fed it to Peter Thiel, who's put it into Palantir, who does all sorts of evil all over the world, including what was going on in Israel and all of that stuff. But we also know as well, they're trying to influence global politics.
Yeah.
They're trying to, what we see with the Epstein files, they're all in on there. So it's all connected. They want to create this world fiefdom, but it's not going to work because guess what? It's not what people want. But also as well, talking about the bubble, which you've heard me mentioned so many times, it's not just me, guys. Just literally Google AI bubble. It is, a lot of people are saying this is a real thing. And remember, with Lena's card, the world card often talks about the ending of a cycle.
Absolutely.
And I've got the world here. Lady G, what do you have?
Well, I have the victory of action, but underneath driving it is about people coming together and sharing. So I think that that's what it's going to do. It's going to cause more people to come together and share because it's not something that we want.
Wonderful, wonderful indeed. And Sheila, what card do you have?
I actually got the King of Cups.
Ooh.
But here's what came to mind. I don't know if you guys ever remember, it was a movie back in 1976 called Logan's Run or something along that line.
It's about.
Yeah, the movie, it was a society literally ran by a computer, and the computer eventually decided who lives, who dies, who does this, who does that. That's the diplomacy, right? The King of Cups, the diplomacy, they get to decide how and what we as people, the computer, but of course, at the end of Logan's Run, the people overran the computer and killed it, and stuff like that, because it was just getting too masterful. But there's something to that AI thing where they control the conversation. If you're ever on TikTok, if you post a video, there's 3 comments right off the bat from a bot, and the bot will control your comment section. Whether it's against you or for you or whatever, you can confuse the heck out of it if you want to. It's really fun, but it does a lot of that. So I have a feeling that's kind of where they're wanting to go, what they're wanting to do. They really think and believe that if they give it to the AI, everybody's gonna fall into place. They're gonna control the narrative. Everybody's, if they want them to fight, we're gonna get them to fight. If they want them to calm down, they're gonna get them to calm down. Kind of a thing like Logan's Run. If you ever want to watch a movie that's scary and it relates to right here, right now, that's a movie to go watch. So, anyways,
right, and it's and thanks so much for mentioning that, Sheila. Because you guys may or may not know, but do you know that they've created this new forum, which is like Reddit, but it's for AI bots? Have you heard of this?
No.
It's called Mobot or something like that. I can't remember. Like, Sheila, if you wouldn't mind, my hands aren't free. Obviously, I don't have my laptop. But basically, it's like Mobot. It's like the Reddit for chatbots or AI agents, and on it they talk to each other. Humans aren't allowed to contribute. They talk to each other, and they kind of kvetch and bitch, or they talk about this, that, and the other. And some people were saying these posts were fake, but on this platform, it was also the AI's plan to take over the world, that human beings are waste, baggage, we need to take out the trash, all of this kind of stuff. People were saying that maybe these were planted by humans, but the whole point is that it's not supposed to have human stuff in there. They may have even created their own religion as well. Again, some people were saying it's fake, some people were saying it's true. You're never sure what to believe, but it is sinister what they are facilitating.
Yeah,
Sorry?
what they is an email. It was an email AI assistance, and what they did is they put this AI guy against this AI guy, and they started communicating. That happened, and then they came up with their own idea, their own world, their own morals, their own this, their own that.
Yeah,
it was scary. Yeah.
I just can't remember what it was called. Was it called Mobot? What was it called? I'm gonna Google.
That's called an AI assistant. Let's see, email the Reddit email chat bot. It doesn't really have
AI chat bot forum. Let me just see if I can find it.
It sound like the chat.
What is it called? But Maltbook. Maltbook. That's it, Maltbook. Because I can't see through the comments here when I do it on my phone. I would have to turn my phone the other way around. Maltbook. That's what it's called. You know, right. Let's move to the next question, which is part B of this. So Peter Thiel again. And this is coming from Jill Kaplan. Thank you, Jill, so much for your question. So I think the latter part is more relevant, but I'll read the whole thing. So Trump is claiming he is going to close the Kennedy Center for renovations.
2 years.
You can't make this stuff up. Will he have a chance to do damage to the center, or will he be stopped before that? Also, will the board members be investigated for crimes they are committing while Trump is ruling the roost? So hello, Fab4. And then what's it? Do we see any consequences for Peter Thiel and his larger project of techno-fascist surveillance states, given his extensive contacts with Epstein? I fear some of these elites are devoid of shame and fear. Really, that's 3 questions, not 1.
Yeah.
Which one do you feel like answering, ladies? So Trump on Kennedy Center. Will the members be investigated, or more Peter Thiel?
Peter Thiel, I think.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Okay.
What do you guys think?
What do you think?
They were all okay with me, so I'm good with Peter Thiel.
Yeah, doesn't matter to me.
All right, let's do. Oh, crikey! Well, look, there is a question that is coming up, which is asking if there'll be accountability. 1 second. Oh no, this is it actually. Let's do because we know Trump is just such a douchebag, and we've got other questions on him in a second. Let's look at if there will be accountability for these tech bro elites. Let's look at that.
Yeah, that's a big question. Yeah.
In fact, I think you're right. That is a big call. Let's do a full card pull on that, I think, because I think that's quite complicated. So let's see. Will there be accountability for the tech bros? Full card pull, and then we'll carry on with the rest of the show.
Right. Okay. It's a really important.
It's really important, isn't it?
And with the Kennedy Center, it's another example of everything he touches breaks or dies. You know, that amazing institution, and it's just sad.
You know what? Maybe they should let Trump run AI, because then it's guaranteed to fail.
Well, someone said in the comments, his education minister, who you'll remember is the professional wrestler, she was talking about it as A1.
Oh,
she didn't even know it was AI.
Oh my God.
Don't.
Oh.
She's in charge of education in America.
A1. Oh, please. These people are just beyond accountability for tech bros.
No, big question.
Oh, the world's absolutely
Yes, well.
bonkers. Can't make it up. Oh,
this is full of mages.
Oh. All right. All right. So this is interesting. So, of course, I'm going first on this one. All right. You know how I'm always saying, and you guys will know this, all tarot readers know this, if cards come back, it's Spirit's way of putting an underline onto something or an exclamation mark. Look who's back.
Yeah.
As you guys know, as you guys know, I say for me, this card is more death than the death card. It really does deal with endings and like endings of career and stuff like that. So what this says to me is a lot of these CEOs, they might feel they're all powerful now, but I think a lot of these tech bros are going to be seeing an end of their career, particularly if there is an AI bubble that bursts spectacularly. Yeah. This could also be them trying to beat a retreat into their bunkers. And I say, let them go there. And then what you do is you seal up the doors with concrete. Yeah. Then you go to all the air vents where these underground bunkers, because they still need to breathe, folks. And then a bunch of cars just run their engines for a few hours. Yeah. Get a bit of that carbon monoxide going down there and end of the problem. Yeah. This could even mean, now I'm not wishing this, but I'm just going with the flow. And particularly when you see the next cards, this can also mean, who's the guy in prison for the CEO, Pew Pew, what's he called? You know, the Italian guy that's in prison and he got rid of that CEO.
Oh, you're talking about Luigi.
Luigi. Right.
Oh, he's so cute.
There could be some people could get Luigi'd. Let's put it that way, particularly when you see the next card. I'm not calling for violence or whatever. I'm just saying this could happen. This card is the death card for me. When you look here, we've got the 8 of Wands, which is the card of what? Pace, speed, things moving quickly. Again, it talks about entrepreneurship and business, things flying through the air. This can also talk about text messages, emails. This card is also known for emails. There are more and more of them are coming out in the Epstein files, but this is also showing that how economically things are changing for them very quickly. Here, we've got the Star card, which you guys know is one of my cards for what? Duck L'Orange, but not just Duck L'Orange, the narcissist in general. These people are malignant narcissists, all of them. They're just absolutely vile, horrible monsters, the lot. Just in case we weren't sure, Spirit just put an exclamation mark there. 10 of Swords. Again, they could be Luigi. There's some of them could just see their careers come to a spectacular end, particularly if the AI bubble bursts. It's not the end of AI, but what we're currently doing now is complete madness. And then here on the outcome card, we get an interesting card. We get the Queen of Wands. And this is the card of being collegiate, coming together with passion, wanting to create a sense of community, using the intuition. So I think this is also talking about people coming together. And maybe it could be a group of people that kind of finish things off. And then we move to another stage. Lady G?
Well, underneath of it, I have conversations going on about the White House, and I think all of the things that they had, pushed for when it comes to the DOJ, all of the other stuff going on. So the readings about this new action and the things that they've done by the dark of night, we've got the Cup of Abomination and the divergent path that they've been on. Then today, they are just really mentally locked, and we've got all the information coming out. This could be the law, all of that, the law that's got them just totally, all the truth surrounding them, and they're stuck. Then we've got an agreement. They're coming together, and they're looking at all of the all the things that these ones have done. We've got them trying to walk away from this, but the key is it's reaching a bridge to justice.
Oh.
So he may try to walk away, but the justice is coming right behind. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. Sheila, how do you interpret your cards? What do you have?
I'm going to be really quick because it pretty much interprets almost exactly like what the previous. So what I got was the Five of Pentacles, which is history shows lack of stability. The history shows that what they're trying to do, again, one more time, it just doesn't work. History says that. They do get a little bit of a pop-up of success of some sort. It's not much, but the hard work, they kind of get a little pop-up of it. But what happens is a settlement. They have to pay somebody, and it's a little bit a good amount that they have to do. There's a settlement somewhere. Also, I get the Page of Wands. Pages always are not top notch, but they're just they know a little, but they're still not king and queens. You know, Pages kind of gives me that. And I have a Page of Wands, but an accident. So I was thinking, Hoagie, when you were talking about your accident, I also got accident, Luigi. Accident. So there's some, like, they go maybe overseas. You know, the Page of Wands is also overseas doing things, you know, over there. And so my final one is there is going to be legal proceedings because of their evil deeds and their abuse and neglect. So that's what I got.
Right.
Wow.
Very affirming.
Very Lena, your cards.
Okay, it kicks off with the Magician. These guys are convinced. They know it all. They own it all. They're going to control it all forever. All right. They feel they've got the tools. Now, here's mere mortals with this Four of Cups going, oh, I'm not sure about this. This isn't, you know, what I asked for or wanted. I would say at this juncture, we can't put AI back in the symbolic bottle. We have to come to grips with it. But people are reflexing away. The big problem, and I read this as the bubble, right? Because from what we know in terms of economics, the big 7 companies involved are about to be undercut by China and Taiwan and stuff. And AI isn't leaping like it did. It went boing, boing, boing. Now it's plateauing. It's being held up. It's not delivering on the promise of all the investors, which was big money. And someone will have to be sacrificed in this process.
And that's the Hangman you were holding up, yeah, Lena? Hangman?
Yes, sorry, the Hangman. This is the Nine of Swords. This is, I think, if they're not so out of touch, and they could be oblivious to the coming bubble, but I think some of them, because some are smarter than others, right, are beginning to get worried. And if not, it's the other investors who have invested in AI going to make a killing, mate, you know, like getting very worried. I think then the World card, look, all these majors, right? And I think this is, yes, the end of a huge cycle coming up. But also, I hope this is also an indicator that because it's so out of control, it's an unregulated industry, this will be global controls, because there's no point Australia saying they can do this and can't do that. There's no point Malaysia saying this. It's got to be global, taking these guys on. That's what I hope. Yeah.
Fascinating. Well, I hope that's given you guys a bit of hope. Hopes. One of the things, I mean, it's sad that this is where the world is at, but accountability tends to come when people lose money. Just when people lose money. Yeah, sorry.
When the caca hits the fan, suddenly you don't have the friends you had before and so forth. And that's what keeps them all afloat, is each other. Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Please, Hoagie, before we move on, you'll love this. In the comments, you were talking about the bunker with the carbon monoxide, right? And a viewer said, this stupidity could all end if someone tells Trump Obama can hold his breath for 15 minutes. I love that.
Indeed, or make it an hour, but that brain is so starved of oxygen. I'm sure 7 minutes would probably complete the job.
Yeah.
Might get smelly though. Have you seen the videos of him kind of literally trumping and pooping and oh my god, I think if I were going to think up of a fictional but funny name for Trump with a British twist, I'll probably call him Lord Wetbottom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so understated. Yes.
It's just the nappies, and apparently he's been doing it for years, even on The Apprentice. And it's because didn't someone kick a broomstick up his bum or something like that? Well, it
was a tent stake.
A tent stake. Oh my god.
Riley, what is it? What is his first name?
Sasha, wasn't it? Didn't Sasha Riley?
Oh. Yeah.
Allegedly. So, well, yeah, there you are. I mean, that's good. That's bound to make you incontinent, isn't it? It's probably all perforated all up there. It's probably like a sieve, an old, raddled, chewed up sieve.
What happened is it probably damaged his colon so bad.
Oh, yeah.
They had to literally stretch out his colon and cut some of it off because they couldn't repair it. Then it goes to a colostomy bag sometimes. It goes to where you can't go to the bathroom. There's no sphincter muscles, I guess is what it's called. So, yeah, I know. It's
Oh my god! So he's a walking dung heap, isn't he?
Yes.
Serves him right. Absolutely serves him right. And that actually neatly segues onto our next question, which is a Trump question. And we'll do a 1-card pull in it, and let's see where it goes, because there's question 5 is asking about what will replace the corruption, hopefully. And then there's a question here on monks of peace, which of course we know are both very merit-worthy. So Trump question, this is coming from JB188. And they say, a question for you and the seers of soothsaying, they say. Will Duck Larange fly to flee/attend the Live Golf Tournament in Saudi Arabia from February 4th to 7th to escape the fallout of the Epstein files? So we'll go back to 1-card pull again, and it will be, I think, Lady G going first.
So would that mean today he would be leaving out? Is he left out today?
Oh, actually, it would have to be today, wouldn't it? Has he flown? Has he flown to Saudi?
No.
Does anyone know? Maybe the question's almost outdated by real
I think
life.
it's outdated.
Yeah.
I think what we should do is let's do a 1-card pull instead, because as you guys know,
I have a bit of information as well on golfing.
Sure.
He hasn't golfed like in January. I don't think his body. I don't think he can golf anymore. Maybe we should look at. I don't think his body. He can't stand. I mean, he has.
Yes.
Let's look at that. And this is a man who will golf almost every day if he could. So there's his health that he can't golf anymore.
Okay, so there's that. But
So
you know what? One of the things that I was thinking about, because guys, I've been saying that I think that Trump is going to try and do a runner. Yeah, he's going to try and do a runner. So let's do, because we've got a little bit of time, let's do a 1-card pull on each one. Let's look at his health. Just a quick 1-card pull. What's going on with Mr. Colostomy, or whatever it is, Mr. Nose thing? Anyway, listen, all sorts of these things happen to people. And as we know as well, I don't want to tease too much, because we know our fellow guest, Lady G, has had some difficulties in that part of life. But Trump has been wearing nappies for years. Anyway, so let's see. What is going on with Trump's health? 1-card pull, Lady G first, and then will he try to escape the country if things go wrong? Let's see. Trump's.
2 cards popped out, so I'm going to use them for his Gemini sign. So
all right. Okay, Trump's health. What's going on there? All right. After 3, and Lady G first. 1, 2, 3.
I've got the card of conflict. So, and underneath of it all, progress. Things are progressing. So it's the hostility, jealousy, stubborn aggression, fear, competitiveness, controversy. All of this stuff is affecting his health and keeping it progressing to go downward. So, yeah, he's got himself really in a bad state with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, not looking good, is it?
No, that stress and all that things that's going on is affecting it.
You know, what do you have?
Sheila, is it?
okay.
Yeah, Sheila. Yeah.
These 2 cards just popped out together, so I'm going to just use them. I got the 2 of Pentacles. Of course, he's juggling. He's juggling all of his medication, his time, this, that, and the other, and wearing 1 black glove on his hand to cover up his bruise. No, there was nothing obvious about that. There's some problems. None of it. I think oh my gosh, I just heard his medicine is hurting him more than it's helping him.
Oh,
I just literally heard that his medication is destroying him faster than his own health would be. He's trying to maintain something.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
that's interesting.
Lena, how do you interpret your card?
The Magician. Right. My cards didn't go to the physical health. To me, this is straight to his mental health. And yes, if you look at that image, it actually resembles Fred Trump, his father, who had who had the dark hair and the thing and the mustache and the thing. So it's actually bananas behind closed doors in the White House now. It's full bananas with him conducting who will live and who will die and what's going to happen. It's lunacy big time.
Wow. I get the Knight of Wands, which would normally be a card of uprightness and vigor and all of this kind of stuff. Yeah. Plenty of energy and chutzpah. But as Sheila was sharing, apparently he's not been playing golf very much. The shadow of the or at all. The shadow of this card, though, can deal with immaturity, impetuousness, not heeding advice, and being reckless and impulsive. So I think that talks a lot about Dr. Orange. But this is also a very fast card as well. And the thing is, if you do have health issues, you don't want these kind of fast cards around, because it can mean that it could be spiraling faster out of control, which I think echoes very much Lady G's card. So I think, and again, echoing with Lena's card, I think it's all bedlam behind the scenes. It's all impulsive decisions. Oh, and one thing I should say as well, have you guys heard? Apparently, the ICE agents are complaining because they've not been getting paid. Have you heard of this?
We're so shocked.
I love that.
Yeah,
They're not getting their bonuses they were promised.
Yeah, and one guy said 4 months he hasn't been paid yet. Yeah, 4 months.
4 months.
Oh.
If you've not been paid in 4 months, why are you still working for the?
Why are you still working? And the money they have more money than the bottom 20 countries.
But they've already stolen it for something else. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That they have literally pillaged our money, and who knows where it really went. It's not going to where it's supposed to go, that's for sure.
Right. And it proves that people who are in the ideology of Trump don't read, because we could have told them all before. Trump is a con man. He does not pay anyone that works for him. He won't even pay. It looks like he won't even pay his own goons. The ones that have been paid, from what I understand, is because they got like this $50,000 sign-up bonus. But guess what? There's a catch.
Yeah.
First of all, it's divvied out over 5 years. Yeah, 5 years, which basically doesn't add up to almost anything in this day and age. But also as well, if they leave their service before 5 years, they have to pay the sign-up bonus all back, plus interest. It's
You know,
so
and
they
Matt
yeah.
goes, "Oh, sign me up! That sounds wonderful."
Right. So not only have they been going around committing atrocities on the streets, they've been doing it for free. And then if they leave early, they have to pay the money back. I mean, you can't make it up. I mean, that is the con of the con with bells on top.
Yeah.
And this is why I say not even the devil trusts Duck Larange. People, anyone who's still supporting this guy, you will be dragged to hell and serve them right, because they are despicable deplorables who should not be doing this stuff. And they're not even getting paid. They can't even use that excuse. And look what fell out of the deck with my exclamations. Yeah, look, they're all juggling. This is them trying to juggle their finances because they don't have any money. Oh, look at this. This is what they were promised. Look, a spontaneous read, guys. Spontaneous read. They thought joining the Trump goonage that they'll be making money. And look what's in the middle. They thought they would have happiness, overflowing emotion, but really it's like this. Yeah, it's all hitting the skids. The absolute legs.
It's perfect.
Yeah, there's one other thing with that too. One of the ICE agents got a really sick child, and they haven't given them the health benefits that they were promised either.
Oh,
see, look at that.
So it's just horrid.
Well, when you
Aaron
up with somebody Trump, your life is destroyed in one way or another, and that's evident every single time we look at them.
Indeed.
They have to live in the shadows, because depending who they are, what's their community, they can't reveal themselves. So you're very isolated when you have domestic problems like that.
Which means you can't even complain, isn't it? Because people be like, well, why do you have money problems? Haven't you started a new job? They're probably going around telling people that they've signed up with DoorDash, or they're some kind of mechanic or something. And then maybe some of their family doesn't even know what their new job is, but then they're kind of asking them for money. And people are like, why are you asking them for money? Don't you have a new job? And then it turns out they've been with ICE and they've not been paid. So it's even more embarrassment on the top, which they deserve, because they're deplorables. And that's precise. Anyone who knowingly works for ICE, I'm sorry, you are just beyond the beyond. And they're being screwed over as well, because Trump doesn't honor any of his contracts unless it is a ballroom or gold leaf wallpaper. Yeah, that's
not even the ballroom. The ballroom is an open site because the Heritage Foundation stepped in and everything else. They cannot keep building the ballroom. So it's just going to be there as this open wound to his gravity. Not another brick will go into the ballroom is my prediction.
Oh my God. See, it's like, what's the point? It's just so, it's such a terrible thing. Shall we end on Monks for Peace?
Oh, yes.
Let's end on Monks for Peace. So Crystal Cahoon has said, and we'll do a one card pull, a question for HoGaLeSh. The Walk of Peace by the venerable monks from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. is nearing its completion. It has been a significant, welcome contrast from the pervading energy humanity has been experiencing. What impact has this event had overall? So that would be nice. So one card pull, and I think it's Sheila going first this time. One card pull. Monks of Peace, bless them, bless their souls. Monks of Peace. Monks of Peace.
I have been literally daily, hourly, and watching everybody give them stuff, and
Amazing.
delightful.
Indeed. All right, are we ready to go? So after 3, monks of peace. 1, 2, 3. Lady G going first.
No, it was.
Sorry.
Sorry. Sheila going first. Pardon me.
Oh, look at that! I got Ascension. I got Spiritual Path of Awakening. Oh, these are my situational cards. So that's what I just picked out of this. So Spiritual Path. So my card is. Okay, so these guys have been walking across, and they have been raising the vibration of this country. Okay, they are powerful as anything I've ever seen. There is just people walking with them, giving them stuff. Sorry about the barking, but all of this stuff that they are doing, I am just literally watching the vibration of all of these people just higher and higher. So they're going to go to where the vibration is the lowest. I recognize this. I'm like, they're going to the lowest vibration we have in this country. And I'm kind of curious how that energy and their energy and how they're going to. I do believe that theirs is going to win, of course. But it may just literally take Trump completely out of this world because of it, to be honest with you. I do think that it'll just take it down. So
let's see. Thanks so much. Lena, how do you interpret your card?
I got the hermit, the monk.
The monk? I mean, how perfect.
78 cards, just saying.
Yeah.
So the hermit is about the inner light in order to shine the outer light. The need that we all have in our manic, busy modern lives, the need to go inwards. And they are the quiet inspiration. I was amazed when they were going through North Carolina and places. I thought, oh, Jesus, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? Like, I was worried about that. And this immaculate higher energy, I can't say more than Sheila said because it's just beautiful, but there we are.
Wow. Well, look at the card that I've got. After a succession of pulling absolute rotters, boom, we get the Ace of Pentacles. And of course, the Ace of Pentacles isn't just about money. Pentacles are also about values. The Ace of Pentacles in particular is one of the biggest kind of yes cards that you can get. It also talks about abundance, opportunity, new things emerging. It talks about success. So, of course, people have been donating to them. So, of course, materially, they've not had to worry for anything because they've had everything that they've needed. But this is also talking about the success of the walk, the abundance of the walk. And I think this is about then bringing a spiritual wealth and raising that vibration. So you can see very positive, guys. It's extraordinary. There it is. Lady G, you get to close.
Well, I pulled from 2 different decks. So the first deck, what we got is about the mask of just the heinousness of the politics that are going on, the toxicity of it. And so their walking caused a breakthrough for some people with lifting them up. And then I had to pull from the Buddhist deck that I have. So what they were working on with what they were doing was compassion.
Yes.
Just their walk and that compassion to people and you know, just being so gracious to all the people there as well.
Amazing. And you see, this is what I so love about this show, and how connected the energy is, because we were reading on our subjects and we got the cards, and then I was like, we have to read on the monks. Do you see how different the cards were, folks?
Yes.
Adjusting to, calibrating to that energy, they couldn't have been more different. Ascension and the Hermit, and then, you know, this and that and these different things. amazing. So it goes to show, isn't it, that spirit is tuning in, and you know, I really wish them the best. And let's see what happens as well, Sheila, when they walk to, I mean, what I'm thinking is at this stage, you know, they could walk to the White House and the whole thing gets struck by lightning.
No.
Or an earthquake or something.
Would not be surprised.
You know, this is a once in a lifetime experience, of course, for anybody who is empathic or anybody that's in this mystical world that we are in. We know, we are so aware what's going on, of the dark and the light literally meeting. And I can't wait. You know what I mean? I can't wait to experience, because I know the light will win. I know it will. And all one.
Yeah, indeed. It will win in the end. Indeed. And at the bottom of the deck, just to finish off, look at this. We've got the Sun card. I know. The Sun card. It's like they've just got amazing cards. So these guys, it was an amazing idea. They are making such a huge contribution. And I think, believe it or not, when the energy, when the vibration goes up, you know what, ironically, what happens is more of the shadow comes out. But if you see, more and more people are waking up, even in the manosphere, blogosphere, they're having to admit certain things. So it's all helping, but I think they're having a very positive effect. So I just wish them the best. Prayers and light to them, and success with their mission. And what a contrast they're showing with their peace and their integrity in comparison to the slop yard of, you know, of the White House.
Yeah, please, if you're not watch their journey.
Indeed, indeed.
So a comment here is, I met them in the heart of Appalachia. Them showing up was a sign for me, because I call this the Valley of the Lost.
Yep.
Look at that.
There's a comedian out there that says this world, the United States has gone so bad that they activated the monks.
Yeah.
Bless the monks.
Indeed. Well, folks, the time has gone in a flash, as is always. But I'm glad we were able to finish there on a more upbeat. Didn't they get gorgeous cards, folks? Good for the monks. Let them carry on and raise the vibration. And look, it's going to be a tumble dryer, folks, because of course, as more of the revelations come out, and there's so much more I could have spoken about. If you want to find out more about the Epstein, then of course you can look at that on my membership. Please, of course, be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hype and all that jazz, and we will be back obviously next week, but this time with Afefe, and then back all of four of us again, and then the next person, which I think is David, all four again, and then Susan Lynn, and so on and so forth. So
I'm the one that's off next week, is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, you're off next week, and then
I always get the flood of messages. Sheila, did you leave the show? I'm like, no. That's awesome.
Just the cycle. It's just the cycle.
All right.
Well, all right, folks. So thanks so much, everyone. And I hope that gave you a bit of a lift this evening. And we will see you all soon. So big love. And see you all soon. It's going to work out. All right. Bye-bye for now. Cheers.